Hey friends, welcome to this episode of Friend Fusion. There are two things that I think all of us can relate to, no matter what walk of life you have, where you grew up at, how you were raised, anything. We can all relate to these two things. Those two things are rejection and failure. And my guest today has the craziest metaphor that I think is so godly. It's called successful failure. No matter where you are, how many times you fail, what you've done, what didn't go the way you planned, I can promise you, regardless of how you feel and where you are right now, I promise you, it all works together for the good. Stay tuned for this episode of Friend Fusion.
Friend Fusion. Marker and action.
Hey friends, welcome to this episode of Friend Fusion. I am Trinity Mitchell, better known as your friend Trent. And I'm so excited about this episode. It's not often that my guest sits beside me and mimics me as I'm opening my show.
Hey friends.
Or interrupts my opening.
Sorry guys. I want to lean forward and let me come here.
Okay.
Hey friends. Jackson, Mississippi. That's the place to be. I don't be there. I come to Atlanta and Dallas mostly. But I want you guys to join in Friend Fusion. I'm Trent Mitchell.
You really killed that.
When I lean forward, you lean forward. Just like that. You just hadn't done that.
Yeah.
You really locked in. Look at
Hey
that.
friends.
You're about to you about to write me up. But listen.
You know
Your performance has not been up to par. We've talked about this. So
I gotta let you go.
I'm sorry, Trent. That's my bad.
I gotta do something different.
My bad.
So I cannot introduce you now because you've already introduced yourself. So y'all, welcome to the set of Friend Fusion. My friend, our new friend, Kevonstage.
Hello.
But his name is Kevin Fredericks.
His name is Kevonstage. Yes. My name is Kevin Fredericks, not Kevon.
Yeah. They be calling you Kevon?
A lot of people think my name is Kevon.
That's hilarious.
And it really is a testament to how long I've been on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That, people don't remember when I had a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
They've only known me as Kevonstage. And I don't go around saying, hey, here's my real name.
Yeah.
So when I started selling shows in the article, I go by my given name. Mm-hmm. And people are like, who?
Yeah, who are
Your
you?
name is Kevin?
So Kevon.
Yeah.
How often do you respond to your name being mispronounced?
I don't even.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Somebody just misspelled my name. My last name, they always forget the second E. Mm-hmm. And I don't even make a big deal about it. One time I made a big deal at my brother's funeral, they misspelled it. And I was like, all right, now that nigga gone. Can I say nigga?
Yeah.
Okay. That nigga gone. You got to spell his name right on the stuff.
Yeah, I feel it.
So, but other than that, it's just, I don't fuss a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fusser. Because I know in that thing, people don't mean no harm.
Yeah.
It's not even worth,
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even worth it.
But I get people to reach out to me and they like, hey, Trina, what I do then, Kev? What I do? I don't know. I don't get it.
Black folks also don't really care.
My name is right there, though.
Yeah, but you look like a Trina. It's Trina Mitchell. How you doing?
I'm some Trina. Who is Trina, friend? Like, Trina, I need friendship advice. You want me to help you? You don't know my name, friend? What is going on?
That's funny.
It's hilarious. Talk about being a successful failure.
Right, exactly.
I'm your friend Trent, but you still calling me Trina. It's crazy.
The funny thing is you have that whole your friend Trent, and they were like, your friend Trina.
That's how people are. Absolutely. Just lazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just lazy. But listen, I'm so grateful that you have come to Friend Fusion.
Thank you.
Why you do this? What that mean?
What, I blink?
Yeah.
I didn't know I did it till you said it.
So when I sit up, that makes you laugh. When I sit back, you're like, oh God, here we go.
I thought you was about to dig in.
Oh yeah.
Because you locked in.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know I was blinking, but I was.
But when I think about your book, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think a book titled Successful Failure is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just its metaphor, but I found myself like preaching your book to somebody, and I don't even have a manuscript. Can I get that, by the way?
I can give
Anyway,
it to you.
yeah.
I'm gonna email it to
Yeah, I
you.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But she was sharing with me that she's 30 now and she's having all these things. She started, you know what happens at 30. You like, I thought my life would be totally different.
1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was talking about all the things that she's navigated and the things that she's about to navigate, yet just feeling like a failure. And I don't know, friend. I just found myself like, have you seen this book? Have you seen this?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I'm like, everything that's happened is actually going to make you successful. You're going to use everything. And it even goes back to prior to the cameras coming on, Brandon was saying how he knows how to do so many things is because he's been a failure. He's been broke.
Yeah.
And it made him learn how to just do things on his own, right? And your journey is absolutely the epitome of that. Like you have done from playmakers to BET is crazy. I'm so excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for Melissa. I'm excited for y'all's family. That's crazy. Like listen.
Thank you.
I'm inspired. I ain't holding you. I'm serious. I am inspired.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a blessing. I mean, I think growing up, I always wanted to be great, and I didn't know what that would look like. So I'm very grateful that, things that were in my head are now going to be available for everybody to see, and that I get to work with so many amazing people, Mark, Tahir, Jasmine, Quinn, Churchy, the actors, Lexi, Anthony, like these are very talented people.
Yeah.
And they brought a lot to the show. So I'm glad that it'll be on BT, which is a show that, which is a channel that we grew up with. It was like the beacon channel for Black people for a long time. There was this prior to TV One or Bounce or, OWN. It was just BET for many years, like BET, Essence, Jet. So being on BT is like, yes, I've made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I absolutely love that for you. And I feel like you have that Tyler Perry grace where, seriously.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel like you do. Because seeing people, all the talent that you just named, like seeing people like that and seeing how they can add value to you. Like, it's one thing to see people laughing, making us laugh every day online and all the things, but it's another to see them in a distinctive role on TV. Like, and you've made that possible,
And I low-key, I appreciate that. I also feel tremendously blessed to be able to work with so many talented people and that they want to work with me.
Yeah.
So many people just say yes. They know, at least at this stage of my career, it's not the most lucrative thing. And nobody's like, oh, I can't come. You're only paying X, Y, and Z. Most people are like, no, I got you. If they're available, it's rare that people are just like, no. You know what I mean? So, and I also ask people that I hope will say yes as well. So, but it's watching them be in their element is so dope. And I'd be really ecstatic about that.
Love that. So now that you're a boss man, you're a boss, and we're talking about this book, Successful Failure. I want you to take me to an experience, a bad experience you had with a boss.
Oh, man. Oh, I almost said her real name. I hated this lady.
Okay.
I'm going to call her Terry for
Terry.
the purposes of this. Okay. And now, let me be clear.
Okay.
She was doing a good job.
Okay.
But she sucked royal balls.
Okay.
Not literal balls.
Yes.
The idea of balls.
Okay.
Right? We had, I don't, you know what I'm saying? You'll feel me? Like, she just sucked. Okay. Let's say donkey balls. That way we know what we're talking about.
Yes.
The previous manager was so cool. She was like, it's when I worked at a place. I worked at a place.
Okay.
Because I don't know who might say it.
Okay.
I can even say I worked at a bank. Because I've worked at more than one bank. So you don't know, and you don't know this person's name and change. Protect the innocent or the guilty. My previous boss was like, if y'all do your job, I ain't tripping.
Okay.
So, for example, we technically were supposed to work 5 hours on Saturday. The bank opened from 10 to 1. We were supposed to come in at 9, leave at 2, be billed for 5 hours, and then we'd get like 1 day off a week. She let us come in at 9:55 and leave at 1:05. She quit, and this new boss was really making us come in at 9 and stay till 1 or 2 o'clock.
Wow.
And then she would make us do sales calls on Saturday. So imagine you work all week, Monday through Friday, you're 1 day or 2 days off. Somebody's calling you asking if you're happy with your checking account.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody care, man.
Right.
And they hanging up. Like, and I get it. So I spend a Saturday afternoon getting hung up on. And I'm like, man, this is a waste of time. And then she would like really want you to work the whole time. Like, bruh. Terry. See, I almost said her name for real. I was like, that's not her name. Oh, I'm with you.
Yes.
I was about to correct you.
Her name is Terry.
Her name is Terry. But she was just really mean. She just like sucked amazingly. Like everybody did not like her.
She sucked amazingly.
Yeah, she was like amazing at sucking.
Yeah.
And I just hated her so much. I quit that good job because I was like, I can't do it. They say you don't quit your job, you quit your manager. In that case, she just was the worst. And previously, that manager was the best. I used to go home on my lunch break. She would let us take our 2 breaks with our lunch and let us take an hour and a half lunch. And I used to go home and play video games.
Yeah.
It was great. And this lady was like, no, you get a 10-minute break.
No video games for you.
Yeah, man, I hated that lady. But technically, she was good for revenue and all that crap. But like, she just sucked, man. Just chill. Let me do my thing.
Was she a micromanager?
Yeah, she was everything. She was over your shoulder, double checking your work, double checking your inputs, double checking your sales. Did you try this? Did you do that? Man, leave me alone. I just quit this job.
Do you think she was the issue, or do you think you were the issue because you were so spoiled?
Her.
Because you said she was.
I'm taking no responsibility for this trend.
Okay, but you said she was mean. What made her mean?
She was just like, very sharp and cut. Her words, everything was like, you know, people are just curt. Curt is the word I meant, not cut. Sharp and curt and a little passive aggressive.
Okay.
You know, like, we don't want to do that, do we?
Condescending.
Like, no, we don't. See, I'm about to say her name. We got to move on. Because I was literally about to say, no, we want to do that.
Have you forgiven her?
No, that lady sucks. Sometimes I go up on Facebook and look her up and be like, well, she's aging terribly. And I like blow the picture up and I'll be like, ooh, wrinkle cream ain't saving you. And then her granddaughter's kind of ugly.
Oh my God.
I'll be like, yeah, that's what you get for making me work my full-time job. But yeah, look her up and make sure she's still aging bad, and she is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. What is it in that experience that made you say, when I get to this position now that you own, because I think it's Kevonstage Studios, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you own all the things, you have all of these amazing projects. What did you learn from that experience that you decided you would not carry into your entrepreneurship and being a boss?
One thing that I don't believe in is just making people do something to prove that they did it. Like, I give, for all my employees, Josh, you can attest, I give a lot of autonomy and freedom, and I feel like I give enough time to do the task.
Okay.
But when the task should be done, I check in. But I don't usually check in unless it's, you know, edging up to I really need it, or the timeline shifts up. And I don't believe that, I mean, yes, people get paid for 40 hours, but I don't believe you need to do 40 hours of work. However, sometimes we're going to be busy, right? And then sometimes you're going to be chilling. But I'm not just going to be making you busy just to prove that you're working.
You hiring?
No.
Because I like your guy, I like this.
And I'm not hiring. I'm never hiring.
Got you.
By the time I need a job, it's filled. I don't have no more money to hire. Amen.
Yeah, I
don't really hire that many employees. Really, like, we have
got
like a
the
core
right
team.
people.
Well, and we just, in production, it's not wise to carry a large staff. You need to hire people when you're in production, and you should blow up and shrink down. One of the mistakes for a company I work for, we just had too many people on payroll, just putting their feet up. And it's like, bro, people don't work hard. I hire hard workers, and they have to work hard, but when they've earned time to chill, I let them chill.
I love that.
You know, so.
Yeah. They can play video games.
They can play video games. If you can do the job from 9:55 to 1:05 and you're motivated, I don't want to zap your motivation by getting 55 minutes on each of the back end. Now you don't want to do the job at all. Because when I quit that job, they lost a good salesman because I really actually was amazing at that job. But she annoyed me so much that I quit. So who really won?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I got fired from my next job, but that's beside the point.
Okay. With you being so lenient now, right? Have you experienced a situation where you realized a person was taking advantage of your
Yes.
leniency? What did that look like?
Hey,
I be wanting to know, honey.
we're gonna have to let you go.
That's how you did it.
Yeah,
Lean up again.
I lean up again. Hey, I mean, I never let anybody go. It should never be a surprise.
Okay.
The only surprise if you like broke a code of conduct or did something that legal harm or like this is a instant fireable offense.
Yeah.
But as far as like letting somebody go, it's even though California is an at-will state, we do the first warning, verbal warning, first written warning, final written warning, and then we let people go. And I wouldn't say I'm lenient in that sense. I'm not overbearing.
Gotcha.
I feel like we give the amount of work you should be able to do, and we let you do it. I don't just do things just to do it. A lot of managers, a lot of managers, not just the one I hated, whose name I almost said again, they want to like hover and make sure you're doing it and doing it the way they want to do it. I also don't do that. If you can deliver, I won't bother you. But if we talked about it and you're not delivering, then I'm like, hey, what's up with that thing? What are we looking at on that? Like, I ain't just letting people go to the beach and chill. You know what I'm saying? But if you've done your work and you turned it in, bro, then you can go chill until it's time to work again. Because also can demand a lot. Like Josh, for example, when he go on the road, we be on the road.
Yeah.
You're with your family and stuff like that. So if I know I'm going to put you in a season where you're going crazy, then when we're not in that season, I'll be just chill, bro. Because I know that season's coming again. You know what I'm saying?
What is something that you wanted to say to that boss, but you never got the opportunity to say it to her?
Well, I didn't even cuss.
Okay.
But there's 3 letters.
Okay.
No, there's 4 letters.
Okay.
And then 3.
Okay.
And then exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. And if I could turn back the hands of time and really say that to her, oh man, I might have grown my full hairline back. I might not even be bald. If I got to just tell her that one good time, I would have loved that.
I'm looking forward to her seeing this interview and writing you an email.
I hope she does.
Yeah.
She'll never find my email. If she does, then you suck and you know it. We both know it.
It's hilarious.
So, and that's just one of the bosses that I track.
What about the other ones? Who's the other one?
I track the other people the boss who fired me.
Okay.
The boss who made me get fired.
Okay.
Everybody's aging terribly.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
God don't like ugly.
What did the person who made you get fired do? How did they contribute?
This person, it's going to sound like it's my fault.
Okay.
They knew I wasn't working up to my potential.
Okay.
And they decided if I wasn't going to work up to my potential, then I didn't need to work at the company. First of all, that ain't your choice.
Right. It's not even your business.
Right. I need to work. Now, what was my fault? They asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And I was like, I want to be in entertainment. I want to do plays. I want to do TV and movies. They're like, well, why do you work here? I was like, just working here till I blow up.
Yeah.
I got to pay the bills. I literally said that.
Yeah.
She was like, huh. Went home, told my wife. I was like, yeah, I was talking to, old girl. She asked me what I want to do with living. I told her this, that, and that. I'm going to be that man. And Liz was like, why would you tell her that? I was like, she asked. And it's the truth. She was like, you can't say that.
Right.
I was like, why? I thought she wanted to dream with me. And she was like, no, man. She's saying that because you're not doing a good job. And I wasn't even like, there was, say, 50 personal bankers in the region. I wasn't 50th.
Yeah.
On my worst day, off sheer charm alone, I was right in the middle. I was like 25th. And I was top 5 in 2 categories. I was in the middle on 2. And then 2 others, I was at the bottom. But we was all at the bottom.
Right.
There was a housing recession. So she basically, that was a Friday. On Monday, I was on a performance improvement plan. 90 days from that Monday, I was on a look for a job plan. And it was her fault. And now some people would say, well, that was God. Yeah. And I would say that was the devil.
Okay. Why?
Because why would you fire me just because I'm not doing my job? I got kids and I got a mortgage. And I'm not like not doing nothing, but like I'm not just really active.
Yeah.
Like I lived in a part of town where there wasn't a lot of walk-up traffic. So I had to do like a lot of phone stuff. And I just didn't want to work that job that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that set me on a path towards this. And I worked harder because I was like, dang, I can't. I'm all fun and games, but I'm not trying to put my family in a position where my kids can't eat and my wife got to carry the financial burden by myself.
Absolutely.
And the crazy part is when I got fired, we just took the boys out of daycare And for the most part, our money didn't change that much. So I was just like, dang, I really wasn't making that much money. Like,
right.
it kind of balanced out. And Melissa couldn't get her hair done, get her nails done for a while. But other than that, I wasn't that far off. Plus unemployment, I was like, dang, I really wasn't making no bread.
Yeah.
Or childcare is just really expensive.
Yeah.
And I choose to believe childcare is really expensive, not that I wasn't making no money.
It was. Childcare is super expensive, though.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I have a 16-month, though.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah.
Remember when my first son was born, daycare bill was more than our apartment.
Wow.
And then when Zay and Joe were both born, their daycare was more than our mortgage by a lot. Like our mortgage was like $1,200, and their daycare was like $1,800.
Wow.
And I was like, this is it costs more to watch them than it does to live in this house.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that's why so many moms choose to just stay at home.
Absolutely. Because what's the point? You're gonna get a snot-nosed kid getting pushed down.
Were you ever a stay-home dad?
Yeah. I had a whole, my first YouTube series was called Stay at Home Dad.
Love it.
I was great. I love my kids. And I ended up getting a job at the church, but I was still a stay at home dad. I used to take them to the church. They used to come to work with me. We used to go to IHOP. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made my little videos about it. It was fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about how you became a successful failure because you got fired from 2 jobs, which is actually your fault. 2.
I quit. I quit the bank, the first bank.
You quit them. Yeah. Wait, so was a bank.
Yeah. I said that.
Okay.
I just said what bank.
Okay, got you. So you quit the first bank. You got this lady caused you to get fired because you weren't doing your job. She was wrong.
Yes.
So let's talk about a boss that was actually a great boss to you and contributed to Kevonstage.
I think she wasn't even my boss, but the lady who got me the interview at Boeing changed the trajectory of our lives.
Wow.
I was unemployed, and then I was working as a youth pastor, which is, my pastor looked out for me as well. But I went from working as a youth pastor to getting a job at Boeing. And this is prior to LinkedIn. There was no resume. Like, now I can go to your resume and see your name and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Before, you just sent in, resumes. And she wanted to hire more Black talent at Boeing because it was predominant. It was like 98% white there, and like 75. The average age was 75. So she wanted some young people and she wanted some Black people. And she looked at my resume and she was like, this is a Black person. Because I was like, my last job was like youth minister. This is what I'm doing presently. She's like, that's a Black person.
She already knew.
A youth minister at the coaching church?
Yes.
You Black.
Absolutely.
And she got me that interview. I interviewed with her and a white lady, killed the interview, got the job. That job allowed me and Melissa to put our kids in private school. When Zay booked the Little Rascals, I was able to go on FMLA, whereas my old jobs, I probably would have had to quit. So her looking out for me changed my life, and that's why I try to look out for people as much as I can.
Yes,
I can't do it every time, but sometimes people from Mississippi want you to do an interview, and you be like, yeah. And you're like, come to Jackson. You're like, what about another major city?
Right.
What about you come to Atlanta or Dallas? Because Jackson is great American city. Love it. But it is far. And there's, distance. So, but yeah, I just try to give those opportunities because that lady changed my life. So I try to, if I can't change somebody's life, I try to at least make their life better or give them an opportunity that would have been hard to get. So maybe the opportunities will be easier. Like your podcast booker, when you book a big guest, it's easier to get other big guests. So if you be like, I've had Kevonstage, I've had whoever, sometimes another person's like, oh, okay, Kev did it, I'll do it. Because I think of it like that sometimes. I'm like, oh, you have these people and that person, because did Tab do your podcast?
She did.
So I'd be like, is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Did I go through there?
But I try to be that person even for small podcasts because I've needed that person and I still need that person.
I appreciate that.
So I feel like you got to reach up and you got to reach back.
Yeah,
and good. I think I want to always be doing both.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I appreciate that so much.
Of course.
So, Lele, right? Your youngest?
Zay. He's my oldest. JoJo's the
oldest. Zay does Little Rascals.
Yep.
You have been wanting to be in the entertainment industry for years prior to now, sure, right? How many things did you go to? What is it called, a tryout? Audition, right. How many things did you go to audition for that you were turned away from?
Every single thing.
But Zay gets...
First of all, he didn't... This is the messed up thing. This is the story of how he got this is crazy.
Okay.
we were doing, this is how I met Josh, or he used to intern at this place called Austin's TV.
Okay.
When Zez and JoJo and I were making videos. My homeboy was he was my acting teacher in college, and then he was like a working actor. He did theater, like Shakespeare and stuff, but he was kind of connected in the industry. So he texted me one day, and I was walking down the street exercising. And he texted me, he's like, "Yo, Kev, all these agents are trying to find you they're trying to get in contact with you to talk to Zay." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He was like, "Dude, it's like a whole thing. Like they send like a bulletin out, email. Like, does anybody know how to get in contact with this Isaiah Fredericks?"
Wow.
So they were doing this remake of The Little Rascals that was kind of straight to DVD situation, and I was on the internet, but I wasn't. This was not on like Twitter. This was like from CAA to WME. Like they thought we lived in Washington. I mean, they thought we lived in LA. We lived in Washington. So they're like, hey, we want to get this kid. Like they want him to be buckwheat. And I was like, because he technically was acting, but he wasn't doing that type of acting, like stage acting. I was just like giving him lines to say, and he was repeating them back, him and JoJo. So to make a long story short, he did audition, but it was like, I call it like a clarifying audition. Like, we really want you, and if you can't, like, if you can do what we say, you can do it. I think he could read then, but he wasn't like an actor. Them other kids on Little Rascals were like some trained actors. Like one of the kids, Jenna Ortega, she's on Wednesday.
Wow.
Like she's Wednesday on Netflix. She is Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it was super dope. But I mean, that's the only thing he ever auditioned for, and he got it. I've auditioned for all kinds of stuff. The only audition that I've got, 2 auditions that I auditioned for and got were the Spectrum commercial and Friday Night Vibes. Everything else I auditioned for, I didn't get, or I was offer only. Robin Thede, I did Black Lady Sketch Show, and she just was like, "Kev, you want to play this part? Send me the role." I did great because I can do the acting. But to prove to you that I can do the acting, I do not do that part good.
Yeah.
And that's why I write my own stuff, because I tell me, yes, you get the role.
Yes.
You're the best. You're the funniest. No audition.
Got it.
Yeah, but auditioning is a separate skill from acting. You got to be a good auditioner and a good actor, and they're not necessarily the same skill. But I didn't take any audition classes. I took acting classes, but no audition classes. So I remember one time my homegirl Angel was helping me through an audition to prepare for it, and I was like, "Oh, this is why I ain't been booking. I ain't doing none of this stuff." I was reading with the script. I was doing all kind of terrible stuff, but now I don't have to worry about that because I cast myself.
Yeah. And you learned for Zay the do's and don'ts, right?
No, I didn't learn anything.
You hadn't learned anything.
No.
But you still were a successful failure in that instance, though.
I mean, I got in, but I didn't learn how to audition. I think they wanted him, so he had. I don't know if he did like a cattle call or like auditioning against everybody if he would have got it. And he's talented enough, but he also wasn't trained. Them other kids were trained to audition and trained to act.
So are you raising successful failures?
Absolutely. I think the boys we're allowing them to be kids and be free to just be in high school, or Zay's about to go into second year of college. But now he's like shooting videos with his friends and stuff like that. JoJo does podcasts. But right now he's in high school. Like, just play soccer. By the grace of God, you don't have to work yet. We do want you to work traditional jobs just so you don't get disconnected from how the average person has to exist in America. But I think they're pretty well-rounded kids.
That's good.
So I think I'm raising successful fellas. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Why successful failure, and what inspired the title?
Because I be taking super L's. And I think we often, in social media, we focus too much on the highlights of stuff. And I think I'm a good businessman now because I was bad early. And I took a lot of L's, and that's how I learned to be good at it. And I think it's also, I'm a comedian. It's funnier to talk about your mistakes and what you learn from them than to be like, I'm just gloating. Here's what I'm doing, man. I'm killing. Like, that doesn't work for comedians. Like, that works for rappers. That braggadocious thing works for rappers. But for comedians, you got to feel like you're a personable person, and for social media as well. And I think it's just also different. I've never read a book where somebody was like, here's how I messed up, and here's how I messed up, and here's how I messed up. Here's what I learned from that. Here's what I learned from that. Here's what I learned from that. So I think I wanted to encourage people that you can mess up all the way to the top. And that's really what I've done and what
What,
I'm continuing to do.
what was happening when you heard the words success or failure?
Uh, well, we had gone through a lot of titles, so once I came upon that, I was like, finally, I'm sick of doing this. That's my honest thing. I was just
Okay.
like, bro, I don't know, I don't care anymore.
So for me, when I start writing, I get the title first. You knew what you wanted to talk about
Yeah.
first. Got you.
Yeah, same thing with Melissa. Our book, Marriage Be Hard. It was originally called Marriage Champions, I think, and they were just like,
Corny.
yeah, a little corny.
Yeah, it's a little
Marriage
corny.
Champions, y'all. Like, nah.
Yeah.
So I think, and I think from your approach, that's how they tell you to write movies: is find the title, then tell the story. And I think you can do either way. But I think I thought it was catchy enough, interesting enough, and I feel like it sets up the book pretty well.
So what are some things that have happened after the book that you may have taken an L on that you didn't get a chance to talk about in the book?
Whew. Boy. Ooh, I'm trying to decide if I can say some of them.
Okay.
Let me just say this. Learning to navigate Hollywood when you previously had done everything on your own and now you have to answer to people, I have not handled that well.
Okay.
I don't think I'm always the best person that you can tell no to.
Okay.
Because why?
Why would
Why
you
are
do
you
that?
telling me no?
I actually
This is the
like
best
this though.
idea.
Yeah.
This is a good idea. Do you have a better one? You don't have any.
How does that work in your marriage?
I don't do that with her. Are you crazy, Trina?
Okay, great.
Trina, I would never. I don't treat that woman like that. That's why I got 21 of them things.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Gotcha. Okay.
But no, I think one thing I'm learning still, what made Kevonstage work, the skills, the determination, the approach, it's not the same thing that makes Kevonstage Studios work. I can't bear that burden alone the way I could for Kevonstage. I didn't have to answer to anybody and it wasn't necessary. But to build a company that's spanning media, you've got to have other people that you work with that you trust, and it's got to be in your hands. So I'm still learning how to navigate that.
Yeah, for sure. What's been the hardest part of building your team?
Budget. When Melissa and I are the reason, like, we got to work so that other people can work. There's a limit to what you can pay them, and the business items that they work under fluctuate, but their salaries are constant. So, for example, podcasting for me was much more lucrative early. Love Hour was a very lucrative podcast.
Yeah.
The pandemic, I thought, was going to be a terrible time for podcasting. It was the greatest ad revenue boom. But going into 2021, the revenue started dropping. Salaries stayed constant. Now you don't want to let people go or lay them off, so you got to figure out another way to, subsidize their income. So Patreon, by the grace of God, shout out to the Stage crew if you're watching this.
Yeah.
I had to be like, hey y'all, if y'all don't increase this, I have to stop this because it's no longer a viable business. And gratefully they or thankfully they stepped up. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes there's pressure to make sure people can feed their families, and I don't take that lightly. And that's also why I don't have a lot of employees. I want to make sure on the worst months, if I didn't do anything, if I didn't tour for a year, I can still pay these people.
Yeah.
Right. But eventually you got to go back to work. So that's probably the biggest thing. And most companies like mine, startups, they have a lot of investment capital or, startup cash and stuff like that. But Melissa and I pay these people essentially out of our pocket sometimes to make sure they're good.
Yeah, absolutely. You really, it resonates with me deeply when you say you don't like the word no. Because I feel you on that.
You don't like the word no either?
Oh, no, I don't miss a dick care now. I don't play that with my husband though. Why would you tell me no? That really hurts my feelings. I don't do that. Yeah. Telling me no is crazy. So one thing I've been learning is, because I'm spoiled by not just my husband, but my village, and everybody gonna do whatever they can for me, however they can to make it happen.
Oh, you just love this.
It's,
Look how you just said it. Everybody gonna do whatever they want for me.
And, but I show for people in that way also.
Okay.
So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I still enjoy like having my people. So I'm learning to not act like they never said yes once they say no. The one time they say no,
You're dead to me.
I'm having a tantrum, honey.
I feel that though.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. But what I want to ask you this: what makes you believe in yourself that much? Like, why would you tell me no?
I feel like I've always believed in myself. A delusional amount sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, people always laugh when I say this, and I don't know why. It's not funny. It's very serious. I was going to the NBA.
I'm sorry.
See?
Period.
What is so funny? They ain't seen me hoop. That's what it is.
Okay.
The thing is, I really can't prove it now either. Because if I were to hoop now, you'd be like, well, but I'm old now. I'm 42. I ain't handle the ball like I used to.
You know, I used to play basketball too, and I'm laughing truly too because I thought I was going to the WNBA. I just knew I was going to be Lisa Leslie. Like,
well,
I wanted to be her. Don't play.
Why? There was people you were high that you could have chose. Don Staley, Cindy Cooper.
I wanted
Lisa
to
Leslie
be
like 6'6".
I know, but I wanted to be her.
She dunks.
Yes.
You're like me.
And then first it was Lisa Leslie, then it was Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson makes more sense.
Yes, I had all the things. Yes. Oh, I think I saw his shoes in your closet too.
Yeah, I got the questions.
Love them. Yeah, I had those. Yeah.
The answers.
Yeah.
But I was going to the NBA until I wasn't. Like I didn't start in my 11th grade year. I made the varsity team, but they gave me the choice to either play varsity. Sit on the bench on the varsity team or play on JV. And I was like, well, the dude who played ahead of me went to the NFL. He was drafted number 9. And I was like, this.
Kev, I'm laughing because I thought this story was about to be different. I thought you were about to say, I was averaging like 30 points a game.
No.
And, nigga, why did you think you was going to the NBA?
I never scored 30 points in a game ever.
Why did you
I scored 26 one time.
But why did you weren't good?
I was solid. I was a solid contributor. Okay. I'm going to give you 7, 3, and 2.
This goes back to us being delusional.
Right, but I started every team I ever played for.
Yeah.
Started every game.
Yeah.
But usually if you're going to the NBA, you usually play varsity. Often as a freshman.
Starts there.
Yeah. So I wasn't even district player of the week once. And I was like, minor setback for a major comeback.
That's
y'all.
Right.
Going to the league. Went to try out for some raggedy Division 2A college.
Yeah.
And when I tell you these white males put me through a blender. That big dude was dunking on me, slapping the backboard, grunting and stuff. I said, let me guard this guard. Well, this little white boy with his beard looked like a lumberjack.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, he was so fast, I didn't know which way was left or right. What? Why are you doing this? Step back, push off. He pump fake. I remember I sat down on the bench. Coach was like, yeah, you go.
Yeah.
I took them shoes off. I said, not only am I not going to the NBA, I don't think I'm going to play any more organized basketball. So I was going to the NBA until I wasn't. When I started Kevonstage Studios, I was going to destroy Netflix. That's the plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like the Netflix executive. Ted Sarandos, Reed Hastings are going to be like, get me
this guy now.
Kevon.
Yeah.
What is he doing over there? Kevon, we're going to buy you out for $1.7 billion if you just stop. And I'll be like, make it 2 or nothing.
Yeah.
Click. They never called.
Yeah.
I don't think I disrupted their business model at all.
Okay.
But my greatest skill is my next thing is my best thing.
Yeah.
Baby. That's over with.
I love that.
Now I'm going to have the greatest Patreon ever.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Howard D. We're going to go to Washington, D.C. But in this business, you got to have a healthy amount of delusion to succeed. It's like Kanye, pre-slavery comments.
Okay.
Had he not believed in himself, they would have never let him rap. He was just making beats.
Yeah.
He became an amazing producer. Then he became an amazing rapper, producer, and then he went into fashion. But for a long time, he was the only person who believed that he was capable of any of that. And I think when I was in Washington working in that cubicle, and I'm like, I got to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. There's nothing in my surroundings, nothing in my Boeing life, nothing about my wife working in Boeing, anything about what I'm doing says you're going to go to LA and make it. except me being like, all right, I don't know how, but I'm going to go get it. And eventually I did that. That's why I know I'm going to have a private plane one day.
Absolutely.
I'll be seeing them and I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to land here.
Yeah.
Van Nuys. And then I can move far enough that I only have to go to Van Nuys or Santa Barbara as my airport. I have no idea how this is going to happen.
But it's happening.
And people, you're going to be mad at me about the planet. I'm sorry. I'm not a planeteer.
Gotcha.
I want to get to where I got to go fast. Okay? Y'all take care of the planet. And man, I'm going to do my carbon footprint payoff.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with people being upset.
Yeah.
You could be mad.
Listen,
got to get on that plane.
I just asked that you and Melissa pick me and Brandon up.
Well, we can't swing by Jackson.
No, don't do that.
Can't swing by Jackson. If you in Dallas, I might swing by Dallas. They don't refuel in Jackson. They don't refuel in Jackson.
Don't do Mississippi like that.
It ain't nothing to get Mississippi.
Yeah, but
I like to fly over it. Now, if you pick, I might pick you up in Atlanta.
Okay.
But I ain't stopping in Jackson. And I love Jackson. We had I've never had a bad show in Jackson.
Yeah.
And our last show, we have all talked about it on separate occasions. Everybody believes that's one of our best shows.
You never had a bad show in Jackson. Have you ever had a bad show? And where was it?
I love everybody.
Okay.
I love all the cities.
Uh-huh.
I'd be more mad when the people, even if you don't pull up, you can have good energy.
Okay.
It's the no pull up, low energy. I can't have that.
Okay.
So that's why certain cities are off the list. Buffalo, y'all know what it is. You know, ain't nothing changed. I told you I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back.
Okay.
I put you on the list. Y'all ain't by. You off. Syracuse, New York, you're done.
Okay.
Cleveland, you're out of here.
Yeah.
Columbus, you're still in. I will go back to Cleveland.
Okay.
But it will be some time.
Yeah.
Because it just...
being a successful failure means being delusional that people are going to show up, people are going to buy the tickets, people are going to come.
And then also means be realistic.
And be realistic.
That sometimes they're not.
Yes. So how do you maintain your confidence when you experience things like that? Like, I got these millions of followers.
My confidence gets shaken. My confidence was shaken, what's today, Thursday?
Today's Tuesday.
No, Trend.
No, wait, today's Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Today's Wednesday.
I'm worse than you.
On Monday, my publisher was like, true story. Turn it on, Joshy. I want to say this. And send this to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need this for myself.
Yeah, for sure.
You asked me, does my confidence get shaken?
Absolutely.
On Monday of this week, my publisher was like, hey, are you promoting the book? Because your numbers are lagging well behind Marriage Be Hard. Well, like significantly. And I stared in the mirror, shirt off, and was like, first, titties they are what they are.
Yes, it is what it is.
Stomach is hanging over.
Man boobs.
Man boobs, just boobs. Yeah. I'm not I don't fly in jeans. Because I got a belt, that belt pushing up over that stomach for 4.5 hours.
It just don't work.
I don't want that little red mark.
Yeah.
And I feel bad to unbuckle and go on the plane. I can't. I want to do that in 3A.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, but at the same time, I'm promoting Churchy. I'm promoting the book. I'm promoting a tour. People have a limited amount of income. You have to make a choice. And I've seen even my Patreon be like, Kevin, now you want me to come to the bar, brother? You want me to get the book? You're asking for a lot now. You greedy. So I was like, dang, is there a limit to what I can do? Is there a limit to what I can sell? So my confidence was shaken. I ordered chicken tenders and fries because they help. If my confidence is going to be bad, my appetite ain't.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Oatmeal raisin cookies. They ask me how many people are dining. Mind your business. Just bring enough forks for how many people you think are going to be in there.
Right.
Don't worry about all that.
Okay.
But yeah, my confidence gets shaken. I'm like, every tour I ever done, it don't matter how many times I sell out, how many shows I sell out. The next time I'm like, will they come again? Have I done enough? Have I stayed in their face enough? Because it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Right? No artist goes up forever and stays up forever. No one goes from clubs to theaters to arenas, stadiums, and stays in stadiums forever. Like everybody eventually tailors off. You might do 100,000, you might do Wembley, whatever that is, but you come back down. So yeah, my confidence gets shaken. But at the same time, after I had that night, talked to Liz about it, I'm like, all right, what I got to do? Like, how do I How do I shift? How do I pivot? What's a different way I can promote the book? What am I missing? How do I tap into somebody? Do I got to do more? Do I got to be more creative? Got to be more clever? Do I got to push the gas? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really wallow in those moments, but I'm a human being. I want everything to do well, but everything doesn't go well. You know what I mean? So I really got to lock in and focus, but I get shaken all the time.
Yeah. So what are some things you and Liz came up with on Monday to help you better promote the book?
Nothing.
Okay. Got you. Just the chicken tenders.
Just chicken tenders, fries.
Oatmeal
And
pies.
she kind of like virtually rubbed my back.
Oh, yeah.
She was just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm gonna re-up on the cookies. I did.
And you did.
Because sometimes you just gotta sit there and you gotta take it.
Yeah.
You gotta take that L. You gotta, lick your wounds. But you gotta. Now the next day, I got up, and I'm gonna attack it.
Yeah, I love that you sit in it.
You gotta sit. You gotta really. Low-key grief taught me that.
Oh yeah.
You can't. Grief is the one thing in my life. There's no push past that. Like, you really gotta let grief gonna be like, man, you was doing great, and your brother died. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
And the feeling you can't just go hoop or try to laugh, TikTok. Like, there's not a quick way out of that feeling. So what I've learned through grief is to allow that emotion to have its time, but not to wallow in it.
Let it have you.
Yeah. That's why you sit there with them cards, and people sit here. But you got to honor that. You honor the sadness. You can honor the joy. You can honor the victory. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm not afraid of failure. I think a lot of people don't do anything because they're afraid of failure. I can live with failure. I can't live with regret. When I write a book, my goal is to be New York Times bestseller, #1 on the list. I make that. I might not make the list. It would never be for lack of trying. It would never be for quitting, but I might not do it. Churchy, first goal is to get it. Second goal is to get season 2. Third goal is to get it season 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything in my power to get those things, but that doesn't mean it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I will never be like, man, I really should have tried hard. I really, like, a lot of times I think we're crippled by the thought of failure, and really failure makes you better, makes you stronger, makes you sharper, makes you more clever. In everything, failing at it makes you better. From sex to touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, I say this all the time, and I like sports analogies. You learn a lot from throwing an interception, and it helps you to throw a touchdown later. And I think it's important to be like, dang, I really messed up. Let me readjust. Let me see where I messed up. Let me be better. And then you will be better. But if you don't try, you can learn nothing from not trying.
Yeah. From your previous perspective, what do you believe was the worst thing that could have ever happened that actually ended up being the best thing that could have happened?
As a comedian, I was afraid of getting canceled. I thought I never would say something on purpose to be canceled, but I thought with the internet, things would change, and something that I said in the past would now be seen very harmful, and I didn't catch it or whatever. Pandemic happened, and Earth got canceled, and I realized and the worst part is it's out of my control. I cannot personally stop a global pandemic.
Right.
Now, even if I got canceled, I could work to rehab my image. I could, appeal to my fans, whatever, at least try to salvage something. There's nothing I can do if all the venues are closed. So I'm sitting here like, this is our #1 income for my family. This is how we make a living. This is my version of hunting and gathering, and I can't do that. So WTF. And it took some time, but I remember I was in the shower and I thought LA had just opened up to the point where you could have 25 people in a location as long as they were 6 feet apart, and 2 people from the same household could be together, and then 6 feet, 2 more people. And it was mainly for restaurants and stuff, so they could like get those businesses going, or gyms or whatever. And I had the idea, I was like, okay, now that people are there, I performed in front of 25 people before, and I used to be excited about that. Like, that's a good show for me. And I was like, if I could get 25 people and 5 or 6 comedians, we can have an audience, we can stream it to people. Had this original thought. Before I could execute it, Dave Chappelle did it. He did it. He did it in Ohio. And a lot of people would be like, dang, now I can't do it. Instead, I was like, okay, this is great. Now I can show people this is what it's going to be like. Instead of Dave Chappelle, it's going to be me and some of my friends. That Keep Your Distance year ended up being much more lucrative than me being on tour by myself could have ever been. Even if I sold every single ticket available, I wouldn't have made what I made in Keep Your Distance. And in addition to that, I was able to make, before we were done, like 150 micro specials for all these comedians all over the United States, England. It was like one from England, but I wanted to make it seem worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely. England.
And those people were so grateful for that. Some of them didn't have any quality tape, not because they weren't funny, but because most comedy clubs don't have camera equipment or good lighting. So it doesn't matter how funny you are, you got to have money to do that. And they were like, "You're going to charge me for the footage?" And we were like, "No, we'll give it to you after the show airs. You can have it so that you can send it to the clubs and theaters and things like that." And I'm very proud of it because it was both lucrative, but it was also important for the community.
Yeah.
And I was able to make money, but also uplift people.
Absolutely.
And find new comedians to work with. Some of them I still work with today. Mel Mitchell, we found from Keep Your Distance.
Wow.
And she went on tour with me. She's she's in season 2 of Churchy. She's in The Hospital. She's in this new show that we just finished. Like I found a lot of talent there. And all of that came from the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. So this, just hearing you talk about all the things, I want you to share with me. I'll give you this.
Okay, Trinity.
I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to see if I want to go to my next question or do I want to stay here. So I think I want to stay here.
Okay.
You know how the preacher be doing? I want to stay here.
Yeah.
I want to stay here. I want to stay here. I loved how you talked about how it didn't just give you the opportunity to expand and get these people content, but it gave you also the opportunity to lift them, right? Monday, you heard that your book sales were lagging.
Yeah.
Monday, when I opened my eyes, I heard the miracles in the people that you're already connected to.
Who told you that?
I heard it.
Oh, okay.
The heavens be talking to me.
I like this.
And I'm like, who am I that you would talk to me? It makes me emotional. Seriously.
Yeah. Who am I? No, that you are mindful of me.
Yeah, like seriously. That's how I really feel.
Yeah.
And so Monday, that's exactly what I heard. Like the miracles in the people that you're already connected to. You not limiting yourself to Dave Chappelle doing it and saying, I'm not going to do it because somebody else is already doing it. It's not just inspirational, but can you speak to using the people that you're already connected to? Because it wasn't just that you had something to bless them, they also had something to bless you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Issa Rae said this. She said networking is, we assume it's like, I got to find a way to get to Tyler Perry or Shonda Rhimes or Spike Lee or Denzel. And that's not really networking. They are in their own network. Networking is really reaching across the aisle to your peers and working together, and then we all rise up. And that's been my thing. Like, you are my peer in the media space, and you have your own audience that you're building, and that people who love you.
I'm your peer. Let me receive that.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I mean, this production this is real.
Yeah,
this is real deal. Like, I saw the camera. I said, enough. 5. It's so deep.
Yeah.
But y'all got a vision. You got a slider. The slider ain't basic podcast stuff.
Yeah.
You ran the studio. Like,
Well, the thing is, I let people call Friend Fusion a podcast, but it's actually a talk show.
and there it is.
Yeah.
And as you should. So I think it is our duty. It's not our duty. It's just good business. I have no aspersions. I don't know if I'm using that word right. I have no doubt
Yeah.
that you will continue to rise. Just from how you present yourself, how you are on social media. Like, when you asked me, I did my scrolls, and I'm like, oh, she's going to be here. So when your show becomes the Friend Fusion show on a network, and also let me say this, because I don't even like to qualify things like when it becomes that then. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
as it is now, it can expand.
Yeah.
Like the way Joe Rogan or Joe Budden or Call Her Daddy, all these things as they are, they get bigger.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, this could be where presidents come and athletes, people to promote their movies. I want to be able to say, nah, I did it before it got there.
Yeah.
So that, I don't want you to think I'm just doing you a favor. I'm doing myself a favor. One, to promote your audience currently, but in 3 to 5 years, when you're that much bigger, trend.
Right.
I actually will stop by Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm going to come straight in. Because it is so big now.
Yeah.
I ain't got to go to Dallas. I'm going to hang by Jackson. Right?
Right.
And because as you should be able to be like, Kev, it's been a few years. Can we, talk?
Yeah.
If you aren't growing, it will be Dallas or Atlanta. But if you continue on the path I think you're going on, people will think about when Deion was at Jackson State. People came there who didn't. I knew Jackson State because prior to that, people were flying in there, had never heard of Jackson State.
Right.
Same thing in Colorado. Colorado been on the map forever, but they were not popular since Cordell Stewart and Rashawn Salam were there.
Yeah.
Deion goes there. People don't even realize you can get to Colorado from the Denver airport, right? So I think it's about reaching across and coming up.
Absolutely.
And that's what I like to believe. Like, low key, this is not announced yet, but I can say this part. One of my old coworkers is an executive at a studio, and we were able to close a deal, not because we were friends, but that deal's easier done because we had a working relationship. And he became a studio executive.
Wow.
And I became Kevonstage. And as businesses, we can do business together. But we built that relationship in 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how this business works.
Yeah.
You reach across. That's why Oprah worked with Spike Lee, worked with Tyler. That's their network. And we might work with them, right? But that might not be my network the way this is my network. You know what I'm saying? And I think as we continue to rise, it'll grow like that.
Yeah, it's important to reach across rather than trying to reach up. Because the truth is, I may never, ever meet Beyonce or
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that you said that, reaching across instead of reaching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. That's so good. All right, so you are so funny every day to me, all day, you know? How do you write a book about failure that involves grief, that involves your disappointments, your embarrassment? And you know what? I'm going to give you 2 words. And I want you to take me to an experience either in this book or the experience that didn't make it inside of this book.
Okay.
Broke and embarrassed.
Whew. First of all, that was my whole life for a long time, especially broke. I grew up really poor. And this is in the book. And I think I never felt poor.
Okay.
This is speaking to the broke part.
Yeah.
I never felt poor because my family didn't approach life as if we were poor. We made the most of everything, and it didn't really matter. And also, poor is relative. Everybody in my neighborhood was poor, so we didn't know what rich was.
Yeah.
TV is TV, Viennetta ice cream, and all that type of stuff. But we made the most, and which is what we still do to this day. Embarrassed, there's a story about me doodling on myself in the book.
Wow.
And I was also broke at that time.
Okay.
And I remember I felt like I'm going to doodle on myself. I need to doodle in this backpack. But I was like, this backpack costs $40. If I doodle it, I just won't have a backpack. And I don't have another $40.
Where were you?
On the bus. I was riding the bus from Seattle to Tacoma with Melissa. And I had ate some, bless you. I had ate some day-old Rocky Road ice cream that she told me not to eat. And I was proving to her, you don't know my stomach. She did know my stomach.
Okay.
And she knew the traffic conditions. And I needed to hold my doodle for 1 hour and 18 minutes. That's how long the bus ride was. I held it for 1 hour and 14 minutes. Those last 4 was where my whole, it opened. And I was holding it, and it wasn't being held anymore. And I doodled all out my butt, and I stood up, and the doodle came down, and it got on my legs. And I had windbreakers on that were tapered, and it collected in my pants.
Your wife stayed with you?
And she stayed with me. We weren't even married yet.
Oh, nigga, I would have ran so fast.
She still married me with doodle on my legs.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I was broken and embarrassed that day.
You had to walk off the bus smelly.
I had to walk on the bus. I threw
Where were
my
you
drawers
sitting on the
away.
bus?
In the back.
Oh.
People were looking around. I was like, man, it's crazy. This is wild, y'all. I don't know what's going on. This is wild.
Insane.
Threw them drawers away. I felt bad. I apologized to the janitor. I was like, I'm sorry, you got it. You'll be like, man, what's in this trash? I'm sorry, brother.
Oh my
I should have
God.
listened to her. I throw those pants away. I love those pants.
The ice cream was not worth it.
And I couldn't eat dryers for years after that. I came back to it, but I took some time off.
Yeah. It was
But yeah.
Brian's fault.
No, I don't even blame them. I just had I was like triggered. I was
Yeah.
like PTSD. I was like, I can't do that again, you know? So
Whew.
yeah, I was broken and embarrassed.
That is something.
And doo-doo.
It's stinky.
BED.
Yeah.
Broken, embarrassed, and doo-doo.
Bedridden. Okay, so let's talk about your brother. What did grief teach you? What did grief teach you about yourself, and what did it steal from you that you're still trying to get back?
What did grief teach me about myself? This is going to sound crass, and I don't mean it to be.
Mm-hmm.
One, life should be cherished,
Mm-hmm.
and love should be expressed at all times, as often as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, life moves on.
Mm.
And this isn't even like about him for me in the moment. But I remember after he was dead, I don't mean to put it like that, but at the funeral,
Mm-hmm.
we're in the parking lot. And the main thing that people kept asking me was, where's the repast at? What's the address?
Oh.
What y'all gonna have? They got chicken? Okay, because I didn't eat. And in my head, I'm like, these folks, 7 people have asked me
Where's the
if they're gonna have
repast?
chicken.
Yeah.
Specifically, the chicken part. The repast I get.
Did y'all
We're
have
invited.
chicken?
We absolutely had chicken.
Okay.
Come on, man. They ain't gonna eat chicken when you're dead. And that's another thing. I was just like, when you die, people gonna be sad. But after they sad, they're gonna be hungry. And they're gonna be eating chicken, talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember all these cars driving past. We was in Houston. It was the church was on near a busy street.
Mm-hmm.
No, these people are just driving around. They just got to go to work. They got to pick their kids up. They got to go to the grocery store. They're going to and from a baseball game. All the people who came to the funeral, they got to go to work on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mortgage was still due.
Mm.
Surprise to me. Y'all don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
My brother died on the 23rd, 22nd. October 1st, my mortgage was like,
Yeah.
we don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to live here?
Right.
So it's like, dang, the world really is going to move on without you. And I think that puts things into perspective, because as content creators, we get in our head and all this and all that type of stuff. And it's like, they moving on. So one, tell people you love them, enjoy the stuff. My wife does an amazing job of making sure we have great experiences as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized after Jay died, you go to those quickly. When you get sad, if you have a lot of those memories to choose from, your mind fills up with them.
I love that.
So we make a point to do those type of things as often as possible, because you don't know when you're going to be with him.
Yeah.
So I think it taught me that. It taught me that I could do things that are very difficult. I'd only been to 2 funerals at that time.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd funeral I went to was for my brother, who was 3 years older than me, and I had to plan it.
Mm-hmm.
I never planned a funeral. I literally didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we've had to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think I don't remember the second part of your question.
What did
It steal from me?
Yeah, what did
I
grief
think
steal
the
from
thing
you?
it stole from me is we wanted to celebrate these things together, and now I can't call him. I'm actually afraid to call his number, because I don't know how long it'd be until the phone people be like, we got to give that to somebody else. And if somebody else answers that phone, I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
nigga, you supposed to be Jay.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it robbed me of that. But I think at some point, at the same time, I should say, I'm accepting that our loved ones are never completely gone from us. You know, kind of like Mufasa. It's very cliche, but I accept it, and it's a good movie. He lives in you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've accepted that part of it as well. Because otherwise, it feels too unfair to achieve the things we were working on together and not be able to share them.
Yeah. And what way do you celebrate his legacy?
Getting bread.
Yeah.
That nigga was a natural born hustler.
Mm-hmm.
He was an astute businessman. He was sharp. And I honor him by honoring myself and my rate.
And at your rate.
And my rate, and getting more, and asking for more. And the first offer was never the accepted offer with Jay. It was like, and if I can't get more money, then send a car. If you can't send a car, and then I need a bigger hotel room, or send me 2 plane tickets. You're going to have to do more than you offered. We will never just accept your offer as is, unless they offer crazy. And nobody's giving you their best offer first.
Yeah.
So, and even if they do, they ask for 10 million, 12.
Yeah.
You got 12. You got 10 easy. You got 12.
Yeah.
I got to make you go,
make you think. Yeah.
Okay. 11.5 deal. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a good advocate for myself. I'm an artist first. You want me to come, I'll come. I probably would. If he wasn't my manager, I'd still be getting $500 to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is crazy. $500?
Yeah.
Right? He was like, no. $1,000. $1,500. You know, like, that was him. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
So by being a shrewd businessman, I honor him as well.
What relationship do you think you've leaned into more since losing your brother?
My sister. Because I can't go to him. Feel me?
So she's like second choice.
Gotta hit her up. You know what I'm saying?
It's just horrible.
Baby girl.
Yeah.
What you want for Christmas? No, I think my wife, my kids, and my friends. Like, you can't replace that person.
Yeah.
You can't even, and this is for anybody, like, parts of him are in his wife and his kids and sons. You know, I see them in all of them, but there's nobody who encompasses him.
Right.
So you just, you know, I feel like you just lean in more to the people who are already there. My wife, my kids, my friends, you know what I'm saying? But that he's an irreplaceable person. And I'm not even a person who has a lot of friends to begin with. And I've never really had a lot of friends. Part of that is just military background. You move a lot, so you kind of stick with your kind of core people. So he was both my brother and my friend. So that person's just irreplaceable.
Yeah.
But Melissa, the boys, they're all there. Yeah.
What has God taught you through failure that success could have never shown you?
That's a great question, Trin. What has God taught me through failure that success could never show me? You can do a lot more with little when little is all you have. I think if I had access to all the cameras, all the equipment, I wouldn't be scrappy. And I remember when I got into digital media, I realized people who worked in TV, they struggle with digital because they cannot fathom how to do something with nothing. The reason I did well at All Def was because I was a creator myself and I had no budget. So I knew how to make a sketch with just my iPhone, shoot, edit, all that stuff, and it go viral. People who worked in TV were like, I don't know how to do this for less than $25,000 and it's going to take a week. Well, you can't. This needs to be up to date. So I know how the internet works. I know how to shoot and edit and all that type of stuff. I think if I grew up with everything, I wouldn't have had that mentality. Also, I don't mind doing stuff myself. Like, you know, Josh been on tour with me. That first year, I remember that, man, we rented this place in Philly and it was like a museum sort of situation. And, you know, part of the rental fee is they were supposed to set up 300 chairs, mic and all that stuff. We get there, hour and a half before the show, and the chairs are not set up. And we're like, where are the chairs at? She was like, oh, yeah, they're in the back. And we're like, you're supposed to set them up. She was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. And we were like, what? And she was like, I'm not doing that. We're like, but that's in the contract. She was like, I know, but I don't really like this job, and I don't care if they fired me. So if y'all want to set them up, they're in the back. And you also have to put them back at the end.
Whoa.
So we looked at each other like, I'm not going to make Josh and Tony and Tahir set the chairs up. We all set the chairs up.
Yeah.
Me, Tony, Tahir, Josh, and Melissa. We all set them chairs up. We did the show, and then we all put the chairs back. A couple of the stage crew fans was in there. They helped us at the end. But like, if I grew up with everybody doing things for me, I would have been like, well, I'm not doing that. And she'd be like, well, I'm not doing that. Would have been no show. Or I would have made Tony and Tahir do it. Well, y'all can do that. And what does that feel like if I feel like we ain't in this together, right? We all getting this out of the mud together. And I travel with people who didn't mind. So Josh put his camera down. Ain't nothing to film, brother.
Yeah.
Grab that chair.
Yeah.
Right?
It's good.
And we did that. Actually, he put his camera up and he did a time lapse. But he put them chairs up.
Yeah.
And I think failure taught me that.
That's good.
And I don't lead people from a perch. we work together. I
Absolutely.
try, and I hope I do a good job of seeing the value and the input in everybody who works with me. Like my assistant, my son, anybody can have a good idea. I don't sit here and think that every idea that I have is good, or I'm the only person with good ideas. Some of the best stuff that we've ever done has not been my idea, and I don't have to own it all. Melissa's written some of my best jokes ever on stage and on videos.
Wow.
I'd be so grateful that she's generous with it. She's like, you should do that, and she don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also don't have an ego about those things.
Yeah.
So I think failure has taught me that. And that's why my children, it's going to be harder for them because they ain't had to get out the mud like we did. The water was a little more clear when they was coming up.
Would it be harder or easier?
It's harder to have the work ethic I have, but it'll be easier with the resources they have.
That's good.
So I think, and I think as parents, you should be making things easier for them.
Absolutely.
I don't think it should be hard.
Yeah.
Because like we went through hard, so it's not as hard. Now their kids, they're done.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah.
My dad came on stage, pop on stage.
Right.
So they ain't gonna have that hustle. They say Georgia, they lived in that apartment in LA. They was with us. And when that first house in Reseda that had bees in it, we had bees in our house, like a beehive, and we couldn't find it. They remember that. So they was getting it out the mud too.
Yeah, it's good. So let's talk about pitching yourself.
Pitching?
Pitching.
Oh, pitching.
Pitching yourself. Now, I don't know if you pitched Churchy to BET or other media outlets, but what led you to take Churchy to, how did it end up on BET? If you had other choices, why did you choose BET?
I didn't have other choices like that.
Okay.
Come on, girl. What you think this is?
What do you mean?
You think ABC wanted Churchy?
You
They
could.
did not.
Yeah.
We had partners at Spring Hill. One of the executives, Jamal Henderson, was part of Patreon.
Okay.
He watched it on the Kevonstage Studios app. He had the app. He was like, I think this could be a TV show.
Wow.
We signed a shopping agreement with them. It was 6 months to a year, gave them the right to shop it. And they pitched it to a couple of networks. BT was the front runner. There was another network too. It was kind of like a little bidding war. And BT won out. Part of the reason was because of the notoriety of BT, but the other part is they came with literally the best offer. And I think the reason it got picked up is because it was made in full. I still to this day don't believe Churchy was a pitchable idea that somebody would have taken a chance on, because it's such a niche audience. It's hard to prove that enough people will watch something that is so black and then black church. People like religion, black religion. Like there's not a lot of black shows on, so it's going to be even less black church shows. But because I made it, I think it's much easier to see something that works that's already worked. It worked on the app. It was our biggest show on the Kevonstage Studios app. We proved that there was an audience for it. So we just had to market it to another audience. But now you don't have to develop it. It's already there. The character's already there. The story. You just have to license it. It's much easier to get made when it's already made. And that's been my philosophy. And so far, Churchy and the Hospital both were already made, shot, edited, and then licensed versus like sit there. I want to pitch an idea that gets picked up, but so far my path has been make it and it gets picked up later.
I love it.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Like Nike.
So I was telling my husband this about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said, I was talking about scaling my content.
Oh, I love them. Content.
Yeah.
That's that Jackson, Mississippi. There ain't no, oh, you go see
Content.
Content.
I want to scale it.
Yeah.
But I told Brandon I want to be like Kev. I want to do it in a way that's authentic to me, because I'm churchy. That's who I am. Like I grew up churchy guy to Christ, all the things. Like I'm a churchy kid. I play the organ, everything.
You play the organ?
I play the organ. I'll show you a video.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Drop bars?
Yeah.
You play the pedal?
I can play the organ, and I play
You
well.
kick your shoe off and you play the pedal?
Absolutely.
Send me
Can I
that
play with the
video
heels on?
immediately. You play the pedal with your heels on?
No, without he. I can't
Oh,
play
I'm about
with
to
heels
say,
on. No.
you a
It may be
magician.
some bad girls that can, but I'm not one
I
of
ain't
them.
seen nobody play no with the heel on.
Yeah. But
You really be here?
I can play.
Leslie Flick? Are you a flicker?
I am.
You got to be.
I'll send you the video.
Please.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Don't let her forget, Brandon.
I'll show you the video. But I was telling Brandon, I want to scale in a way that is truly authentic to me. And I want to say to you, thank you for showing us churchy people that is possible.
Yes.
That you don't have to stay necessarily within the four walls. You don't have to be the four walls. But you can still be a door opener for everybody who wants to come in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
I just absolutely love that about you. I love that about Melissa. And let me tell you why I love your wife. Sorry. I got what I can get, Melissa. He here.
Everybody said that, so this is not. That's why I'm laughing because that.
But
that
no,
happens
listen.
so
Okay,
often.
so it was 2023. And I was really struggling with growing my content. Like I had like somewhere at this point, somewhere between 3,000 to 10,000 followers because it grew to 10,000 in 2023. I remember that. So that was a big deal. It's hard to grow social.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like I'm almost at 10,000 now, probably. I don't know, but I was really disappointed in some of the people that I'm connected to, I was connected to at the time, I should say, that they weren't sharing my content and stuff. I'm like, man, it don't take nothing but a little 5-second share. And niggas is getting on my nerve. I'm like, you know what? I decided it 2024, I'm not sending out no mass group texts about Free Infusion finna be on. The people who want to support me, I ain't got to ask them to support me. I'm not doing it. They on socials.
Yeah.
So I gave up doing that. I stopped, okay? So, I was just really disappointed in some of the people I was connected to, although I had been extremely supportive of them, they weren't being supportive of me. And then God showed me it was through people like Melissa that he wasn't going to use the people that I thought he would use. And it's been great. So let me tell you, I don't know what Melissa did over there, but she either shared some videos, she put it on her Facebook community or something like that, because I had a whole flock of women coming to me from Melissa. Yes. They were DMing me. They were joining my YouTube, my little YouTube, about 500. But they said they saw, I'm being serious. They said,
you said that's about 500.
I'm for real. But they found me from her resharing a video of mine.
Yeah.
She on her Facebook. I remember some of them sending me some screenshots like, "Hey, we just came across this. Melissa posted this." So she had posted something that she was getting their thoughts, and on my friendship take or whatever it was. And I wasn't even in her personal community, but that meant so much to me because it was like God was continuously showing me in this season, like, don't focus on the 2 or 3 people who won't share it, because I'm going to send you the people that have the platforms and have the things to get it where it needs to be.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, I have not yet hugged your wife at all or anything. But listen, child, when the day
Dallas or
comes,
Atlanta, you'll have your chance.
you really get on my nerves. So bad.
And I really do love Jackson.
So bad.
That's the crazy part.
So why can't you just come?
I did.
No, you have to come and stay for a while.
Oh.
Yes, you would enjoy it.
The restaurants close early in Jackson.
No, listen. You always think about food. Let's think about other things. Like, God, let's talk about something else. Let's do active friend dates, okay?
What is that?
Active friend days. We'll all go to the country and fish and
Oh my God.
Yeah, we can go for horseback riding.
Oh my God.
That'd be a good time,
You just did it. You did irreparable harm to Jackson.
Listen.
I was thinking about it.
No, we do other things. And because it is you, we can go find some catfish or something.
When y'all catch that catfish and you fillet it and fry it, you call me in then. With the mustard and the bread.
You don't want to go fishing? Why not, friend?
No, man.
It's a good relaxation. You got to give it.
I've been fishing.
Don't knock it till you try. You didn't fish in Mississippi.
And I won't.
You have to experience the mosquitoes.
This is your pitch? You have to experience the mosquitoes?
There's nothing
That's
like it.
never been said before.
It's nothing like it, friend.
Man,
you have to.
Hell no. Can you say hell? Hell no. With love.
All right, so as a successful failure, I'm so excited about this book. All of our friends watching are about to run the numbers up. I'm so excited about it.
I hope y'all do.
Yeah, they really will.
I hope so.
Yeah. As a successful failure, to all the people like me who are in this content space, what do you want to leave with our friends watching? Who feel like they're failing?
It's 2025. This has been 13 years in the making. I think people forget how long 13 years is. When I made 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I had over 5,000 videos posted. That's averaging over a video a day for 13 years. People are still just finding out about me for the first time. And I've been doing a video a day easily for 12 years, 10 years, more like 10. No, about 12 probably. Like since 2013, I've been video a day. And there were some years, and even this year, 3-4 videos a day on 7 different platforms. So like, and I'm just plotting ahead. There's people who were way far ahead of me, seemed unreachable. Now I've caught them and surpassed them. There is a blessing in building slow. That building fast, you don't realize it's not always the best. Think about how many musicians had that big hit, that big summer song. They're everywhere for that summer. And think about who's still on tour right now selling out. Beyonce been famous almost my whole entire life.
Absolutely.
Since I was 13. She was 16. She's in stadiums now. Destiny's Child wasn't even as big as TLC. Still, TLC has sold more than Destiny Child. So that person was in that group, and she's continued to grow all these years. And to me, still getting better. Just won Album of the Year for the first time.
Yeah.
At this stage of her career, 45 years old, right? Something like that. You can never make it if you stop. You can't. You have to keep going, and you have to see it when nobody else sees it. So that's what I would say to people, because I just really my greatest skill is I never stop, and that's not like a skill, but it's just like, bruh, persistence is part of it. You know what I mean? You got to do what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it consistently, as if you wanted to do it. And I think that's really what's got me to the place that I am, and what will keep me going where I want to go.
Yeah. You see Brandon over there?
Yeah, he did it twice.
Yeah, he's like,
he wants this to be over.
He wants this to be over.
So do I, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay.
I'm having a great time. I'm starving, and there's a place that got
chicken tenders.
No, I've already had that.
Okay.
Oxtail grits.
Got you. We're gonna let Kev go eat, y'all.
God has been speaking to me in this moment. Y'all should eat up again, y'all.
Yep. Friend, you close it. You do it. Do me. You have to tell them as a verb, whatever you do this week, friend. You have to say that.
What?
Friend is a verb here. So
Friend?
whatever you do this week, friend.
Whatever you do this week, friend, make sure you pre-order my book. Wrong?
Love it.
Was that the wrong use of friend? Give me an example.
Because friend is support, so they can do that.
Okay, friend.
Yeah.
Kevonstage.com. Order that book, friend. Where have you been?
Yeah.
I need you to do that. If you don't got the 30, okay, you ain't got to watch it. You ain't got to order it. Steal it. Put it back later. Steal a little funky little 35 from a friend. Steal from a friend to be my friend. Steal from a friend to be a friend. Okay? And then watch Churchy. Steal that if you got to. BT Plus. Okay? Steal from your children's future. It's $5.99. Just do 1 month. Just take from your kids. They ain't got to eat every time. We go to McDonald's? Not today. This is for Kev. Okay? That's fine. And then watch The Hospital, also on BET Plus, September 10th. Okay? That don't even cost if you already have cable. And if you don't have no money, then share this video and be a friend to Trin or Trina, depending on if you want to respect her or not. And I respect her, so I call her Trin.
Bye, Kevon.
Bye.
I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Friend Fusion.
Jackson, Mississippi, y'all!
Bye, friends!
Jackson!